Iowa lawmakers will be headed to Des Moines in less than 2 weeks for the 2024 legislative session. Last year, Republicans, who hold a supermajority in both the Iowa House and Senate, passed many new laws, including education vouchers and a more restrictive law banning abortions after 6 weeks. Now, Democrat J.D. Schultz of Sioux City believes there are many platforms he can get behind despite being in the minority. One of those is an increase in state funding to public schools. He wants an increase of 5% funding for public schools in Iowa.
To me, public education is the great equalizer. Doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter what part of town you're from, you have a great opportunity to get a good education, and that's the things we should be investing for.
State Senator Jeff Taylor, a Republican from Sioux Center, says he'd listen to calls for more state funding to public schools, but one of his most important priorities is supporting pro-life measures. He thinks the fetal heartbeat bill signed into law this summer is a good step forward. He believes abortion restrictions could go even further.
My ideal bill would have started at conception because scientifically, it's not a religious idea. It's a scientific fact. That's where human life begins, at conception. So I would have dialed it back a little even further than the heartbeat bill. And that would include, the morning after pill and things like that.
Taylor believes the Republican Party needs to be careful, though, about government overreach, but he does think protecting unborn life is more important than the right to choose.